Carved onto the face of the altar is a dedication. In honor of Duna, patron of the dwarves, long may their mountain halls stand as a testament to him. Hard stone melts into cool water at your touch. Before you stretches a lake, or rather, a mire. The waters are fetid and rotten, the air filled with choking miasma. Through the dense fog, you hear a voice. Please, cleanse this place. Let me breathe. The miasma clears as the power of your blessing skips across the surface. You look down to see your face gazing back at you, reflected in now crystalline water. High above your reflection, the full moon stands vigil. You step back from the altar, the vision fading before you. As you
Looks like those black ring made a lethal enemy.
You approach an undead, standing proud at the lip of a broken bridge. Understandably fearless of the fatal drop, she gazes into the lava sputtering below. Turning to you, she motions to the black ring corpses at her feet.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, eh? Only thing I like less than black ring are trolls. God-woken, are you? I thought so. I see it on you like an aura. I see such things, for I am the Watcher. And I seek such things, for I am a seeker. The Meister?
She bats one skeletal hand in a truly derisive fashion. Her crackling laugh sounds like dry leaves whirling in the wind on an autumn night.
The Meister's ragtag band are but a pale imitation of the tradition they sought to revive. I am one of the original Seekers. We swore to be Knights of the Council, Guardians of Godwoken, and Defenders of Divinity. Together, we failed. But still, I try. Alone. Unless the Knight of Duna has been cursed. Void runs through his veins where Source once flowed. I am sworn to protect the Council and all within it. But that same oath renders me unable to lift a blade against him. Release the Knight's good spirit from his corrupted shell, Godwoken. Do this, and I will gift you with the last standard of the original Seekers. If you seek ascension, it could help you greatly in the trials along the way. Why, how marvelous. I knew your Godwoken spirit was strong. Please accept this with my thanks, and the thanks of all those I served alongside. The blessings of the original Seekers upon you.
She hands you a small yet heavy trinket, crafted of tarnished metal. Though cold, it feels comforting to the touch, like a worry stone or a familiar childhood toy. Two black-ring wargs, heaving, stinking mounds of gristle and malice, play like puppies with a large crimson gem.
Pause. Away. Now.
Smells good.
They lick their lips, the gem forgotten, for now. You lift the gem. It's both hot and cold. Within the wargs tear the flesh apart, and you turn away.
I was hungry.
Me too. What was we doing?
Can't remember.
Me neither.
Let's go chase rabbits.
Yeah, all right.
Loved ones returned to you. Death will become.
And then we rise.
A black-ringed priestess turns to you. Her astonishing beauty takes your breath away. Her gaze drifts past you, and you realize that she's blind. She breathes in, as if tasting the air, as if tasting you. She produces a mirror of darkest black, holds it up as if to look upon her own magnificence, and then speaks as if to herself.
I found God woken.
She waits a moment, as if listening to her own reflection.
It shall be done, O sallow one.
She closes the mirror, looks at you directly, almost as if she can see you, and then she smiles. A smile to melt the heart, a smile to drown in, a smile to send an army off to war.
Loved ones returned to you. Death will become.
The glass is black at first, but then a sickly haze begins to form like sand upon a pond. The haze shimmers and becomes a face. A one-faced man, perhaps, looking straight at you. The Sallow Man. You feel his hate, his avarice, his thirst for blood. God-woken blood. He does not speak, and yet he asks you who you are. You know the wrong answer will send him into a ferocious rage. It works, and instantly you know what the Sallow Man wants. Alexander's head, cut from his body and brought to his cave. And you know, too, what he's offering. Whatever you desire yourself to be. A new you, better than before. All your flaws gone forever. Sallow turns away. You're done. You frown with surprise. Alexander vanished along with all the others when the Lady Vengeance breached the Hall of Echoes. You assumed he was dead.
If he still thinks he's the one that will replace Daddy Dearest, he's in for a surprise.
Perhaps I have misjudged humans. Alexander seems as immortal as I.
Has as many lives as a cat, it seems. Let's see if he acts like one when cornered.
Life shall be restored.
I must speak with this man. Please stay close and keep an eye out for assassins in the shadows. Very good. Now for some answers.
Red Prince, at last we meet, or rather, meet with your awareness of my presence. How often I've stood by you but an arm's length away, a shadow within the shadows. Untouchable. Almost like meeting an old friend.
His eyes are black holes in a black-skinned sky. He bows with the deference of a noble among nobles, swinging ever so playfully between sincerity and sarcasm.
I suppose I should start with an apology for the attempts on your life. Talk about getting off on the wrong foot, wouldn't you say?
Failed attempts, remember? Hardly made me break a sweat, those lackeys of yours.
To my astonishment, and I admit my admiration. You may find this hard to believe, but given different circumstances, I would have been quite content to let you live. Let you play the Emperor from your golden throne in your golden city. Alas, certain events beyond even my control were set in motion. Ripples became waves. I had to act. And so I arranged for you to meet with an unfortunate self-inflicted end. His libido is legendary. How could he resist? And what better way to organize his demise? But of course I didn't know then he was God-woken, stronger than the demon. It's almost a pity we find ourselves on such opposite sides, all because of who you are, and all because of who she is. It was Sadha who set events in motion, Red Prince. If you were the ripple, she was the wave. She's a tidal wave that will take wing, become a murder of dragons, red as the setting sun, that will alight every corner of this world with the terrible splendor of fire. To make a point, for it is murder they would commit, and it would be murder that would be committed upon them. The simple truth of the matter is that yes, we lizards were dragons once. The mightiest creatures to rule sky, earth, and sea. But such was the jealousy of our power that all other races united against us and brought us to the brink of extinction. No one knows what happened next. Was it wizardry? Was it Zol Stissa who took mercy on us even then? Suddenly we were dragons no more. Lizards instead. And as lizards we flourished and built an empire once more. But the House of Dreams trades in prophecy. They've always known we could be dragons again. For one day a man and a woman will be born, and their skin will be red, and the fruit of their union will be great red dragons.
A day that will come to pass.
Curse your obstinance. Listen to me. I am the House of Shadows. This is my role. I see the great games in motion. Allow them their flux when they advance for good. Cut them short when they advance for evil. Even if that means doing evil. The renaissance of dragons would spell the end of our race, plain and simple. To that end, I needed you to die, but you proved to be all too worthy an opponent. An opponent, I would now see an ally. Ally with me, Red Prince. Find Sadha and kill her. If she births dragons, all other races will unite against us, and this time they will destroy us for good. We were spared last time. The condition of our continued existence was that we'd never let the dragon roar again.
They look each other in the eyes, like two chess players contemplating their next move.
Actually, I think I'll call his bluff. Now then, I'm the Red Prince. Your role in this story is over. I am its sole protagonist. Sadha may indeed be dangerous. I may decide she must die. I may not. But it will be my decision. You're out of options, Master of Shadows. Tell me where she is.
The Shadow Prince stands checkmated, and he knows it.
I truly have no choice, have I? Very well. I must put the fate of all lizards in your hands. But beware. Sadha is ultimately dangerous. Not only will she be the mother of dragons, I fear she's fallen in with an old enemy. Them.
He points to the fallen black ring.
If I'm correct, and Sadha's heart has been darkened by the ring, you may be able to find her through their scrying magic. There's a thing on this island known as the Sallow Man. He is a master of mirrors. Mirrors like his will read your mind and show you what you desire, if you manage to elude or eliminate him. A word of warning, though. He is like a shred of nightmare ripped from the dream realm, set loose in reality. Do not underestimate this creature. Be careful, and become the savior of all lizards, Red Prince. Become the true emperor of your people.
I will be emperor, yes. Of lizards or dragons, that remains to be seen.
You suddenly hear something in the distance, a strange but familiar tune. Sabine freezes. You recognize it as her Scar song. The master is near.
A moment, years in the making. Soon, I will have my vengeance.
She gives you a quick kiss on the cheek.
Sing the song when I signal you, and wish me good luck.
One step, then another, ever closer. You can tell from her bearing, Sabine has never been so ready to kill, so on the brink of impending action. She's like a cat, all concentrated muscle, that split second before it pounces. Another step, ever closer. The moment has finally come. She's found the master. The eyes of predators meet.
Sabine?
He snaps his fingers, and she involuntarily snaps to attention.
Here you go, breaking my heart.
That's the plan, mastermind.
He sighs, sadly.
I don't begrudge you your freedom, Sabine. Your escape relieved me of having to witness your death by your own hand. The inevitable last command. I would have watched you, like I have all this time, glad to see you live, sometimes even laugh. I'm very fond of you, you know?
The feeling's not quite mutual.
Not yet.
Another snap, different fingers, different sound. She looks to the ground. She's bowing before him.
Utter control. The tool of a tyrant, you think? But you're mistaken. Let me indulge you with an explanation. Everything I do for a much greater good. The supreme example of this is you, Sabine. She's the prime scion. It had to be her. The other scions knew and welcomed her. They sought out their own killer. It was all so very elegant. What I did had to be done, Sabine. And I had to be the orchestrator, for I am the House of Shadows. I am the Fate Weaver. I am the hand that guides a blind world.
Sabine slowly draws her needle.
Time to get to the point.
My, you still have the needle I gave you. How very gratifying. A fine instrument, is it not? Just like me. Just like you. You should know that I forced you to shed the blood of scions because rather than a killer, it transformed you into a savior of untold millions. Here's the final truth, Sabine. The true evil here is not me. It's you. The Mother Tree and her scions do not seek to carve out their own part of peace in this world. They seek to carve out the whole wide world for themselves. They want their roots to conquer every last inch of Rivellon. World domination. The prevalence of one race over all others. That is what they desire. That is what I counteract.
He died the day he met me.
Death, death, death. Did I create a monster after all? I don't begrudge you your freedom, Sabine. But you came looking for me driven by no more than ordinary bloodlust. All you see is red. You've lost sight of all reason. You know how the scar works. You know I have but to sing a single tune. You've no hope whatsoever of defeating your master.
He sings. The Scar song swells, 1,000 tiny needles in Sabile's soul, chipping away at her will. She looks at you with hope and defiance, gives the signal. You must sing the song. Your voice harmonizes with the master's. Stunned, he hesitates, and yours becomes the dominant melody. Sabine is free from his influence.
Dear me, you're a miracle worker. I'll take it from here.
The patient cat finally pounces. She strikes, precisely, exactly. Her needle pierces his neck, spears his vocal cords, filling his throat with blood. Checkmated and muted, he staggers back, all a feared fury. This is it. It's time to kill the master.
I sensed something nearby.
I can't make heads nor tails of this.
You there! Prithee, goodly traveler, might I prevail upon you to answer a question? No place is safe while she lives. Neither this crumbling temple, nor the shore indeed. You see, I am on a mission most grave. I seek a sorcerer most foul, most reviled, most feared. Her name is...
His pincers scissor wildly.
Septa the Ineffable! Have you heard tell of this wicked beast on your travels? Oh no. You spoke to her. Face to... whatever you call the odd frontly part of your person. I regret to inform you, you haven't much longer to live then. Now that she has your scent, it won't be long until Septa tracks you here and guts you like a minnow. You have my sympathy. The hunt continues. Imperio, away!
Reading of the wonders of Zolstissa, it's clear where her people get their feelings of supremacy from.
Reading of the wonders of Zolstissa, it's clear where her people get their feelings of supremacy from.
The air is thick with heavy flakes of ash. The altar before you seems to radiate heat as you approach. There is a blinding flash, and you are surrounded by flame. It licks your skin, but does not burn. It dances in your hair, but does not singe. You feel a curious peace. Looking up, you see Zolstissa staring down at you from a throne of embers. Above her is the emblem of a sun, once aflame, but now dim and fading. She nods to you. Go, my chosen. Do what must be done. The vision fades, and once again you find yourself at the altar. Faint embers of ash scorching the fabric of your clothes.
Did the God King send ya? Did he send ya? As ready, God King. They came out of nowhere and killed us all. As ready. Rise me up. Rise me. I served the God King. Rise me up. Rise me up, God King.
The troll leans in and glares at you with beady little eyes. His breath is like a butcher's offal bucket, left in the sun too long.
No cave for you. No care about other puny trolls. They are weak next to Krag. Nothing can defeat Krag. And no cave for you.
The troll crosses his arms across his chest and shakes his head.
I get sack of meat every day to watch cave. Not answer questions about cave. Island keeps me strong, stronger than other trolls. Go now, or there will be pummeling. I tell you this already. I guard cave for sack of meat. Every day, a new sack filled with tasty chunks. Human, elf, lizard, all is good.
The troll stares at you in abject confusion for a long moment, before...
No cave for... No cave for you. I tell you this before...
The troll grimaces and spits a melon-sized glob of phlegm onto the ground near your feet.
No cave for you.
The troll looks over you thoughtfully while one of his fingers rummages around his nostril.
Cave for you.
An empty cave with a bare altar. Strange.
The altar before you seems relatively bare. There is no inscription to a god and no offering placed. All you can see is a smear of blood on its surface and a hollow that seems to call for something. You feel an invisible hand grab you by the throat. Cold, unseen lips brush your ear. You can't make out any words, but you understand what you're hearing. Whispered tears, screams in the dark, blood, pain, blood. The hand releases you, and you stagger back, gasping. The altar watches you silently. It's waiting. The altar before you seems relatively bare. All you can see is a... The altar before you seems... All you can see... You feel an invisible hand. You can't make out the hand...
Cave for you.
This place will be nice when it's finished.
Better to knock it all down and start again.
Do you serve the God King's scum? That's our task. We would take the elven
temple as soon as we could pass the Shriekers. You steal our service. You'll die there like the others, and in dying you'll serve the king. Perhaps we'll follow on your coattails, and we shall have the reward for Alexander's head.
What strange contraptions are these?